That's why, because I'm usually filming on this camera, but it's all the way down here. But anyway, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be making, I guess this is like my favorite specialty coffee that I've been making for the St. Patrick's Day season. Since February has ended, I have been dabbling in the St. Patrick's Day coffees, and I saw this video on Instagram, and of course I was like, I have to try it. Tried it, loved it, have been making it for quite some time, and I figured that I would show you guys how I made it. I did tweak a few things in this recipe just to like make it more of my liking. If you want to tweak things to make it more of your liking, that is completely okay too. I love having special drinks to drink during holidays and during holiday seasons. Oh my gosh, the Valentine's Day drinks that I was drinking during February, I loved them. So of course I had to have a drink for St. Patrick's Day, even though I am literally like 8% Irish. I am not Irish enough at all to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Look at how cute this little shirt is. It's the Lucky Charms. We're trying a little double angle here, so we're gonna kind of be flipping back and forth. I have this angle over here to show you my workspace and to show you everything that is going on. I did feel like a lot of the time in my Valentine's Day video, I was explaining something over here and nothing was happening, so it was just kind of weird that I was talking but nothing was happening. So I figured I would have this angle. But anyway, so I did brew my espresso this morning. I just took the Blonde Nespresso pod that I use pretty much all the time. Blonde espresso is pretty much the standard for what I will usually drink. It's just a personal preference. I don't know if the roast changes the drink at all, but I usually will use the blonde roast. So I have my espresso here, and we're just going to start assembling the drink. I've got my Shamrock little icon juice glass. Anthropology, if you are watching this, hit me up, because the icon juice glasses are pretty much what I exclusively drink coffee out of. If you want to send me some, let's do it. This is the struggle of not having an ice machine. Normally my standard for ice amount in my icon juice glass is about 8 of these little cubes. Because this drink is going to have a cold foam, I'm going to use less ice. For this drink, I have been using Ceruvia toasted marshmallow syrup. This is one of the best syrups I think I've ever had in my life. It is so good. For the most part, all of the Ceruvia syrups that I've tried, I did enjoy, but I don't know, this one is just something else. We are also going to use Torani white chocolate sauce. Again, the Torani sauces I have been enjoying. I've never had a problem with them. So in the original recipe, I believe this creator did 1 tablespoon of toasted marshmallow syrup and 1 tablespoon of white chocolate. I've been doubling the toasted marshmallow syrup just simply because I really enjoy it. And I have a sweet tooth, so I like when my coffee is a little on the sweeter side. I know that some people don't like really sweet drinks, but that's just my preference. So just know, if you want to make this at home, you can do 1 tablespoon of toasted marshmallow and it will be just as good. I have tried this drink a few different ways. I've tried it with 1 tablespoon, I've tried it with 2 tablespoons, I've tried it with toasted marshmallow in the cold foam. This is like the end result of what I have been enjoying the most. I am going to take 1 tablespoon right here, and I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of the syrup. It's actually so good. 2 tablespoons. Let me leave that there for a second. Now I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon of the white chocolate sauce from Torani. This sauce is a lot more liquid than the other sauces I have used. The first time I used this, I squeezed it and it like exploded everywhere. So just keep that in mind. If this is your first time trying this sauce, it's a little on the liquidy side. I'll do 1 of that. Perfect. Already, with just the syrup and the sauce, it smells so good. I also just want to say, another thing that is my personal preference is I like to put the syrups and the sauces into the ice glass instead of brewing my espresso over it. I have found the few times that I did brew my espresso over my syrups or my sauces, I don't taste them as much. Some people out there say that if you brew your espresso over your ingredients, it gives it a richer flavor. I don't find that to be. Again, that is a personal preference. So if you wanted to take the syrup and the sauce and then brew your espresso over it, you can do that. I believe that's how the original creator also did it. I like to put it in with the ice, and then I pour my milk over it so that the milk mixes it all together. Speaking of milk, it's time for the milk. I am going to be using this. This is just 2% reduced fat milk. I believe you can use whatever milk you prefer. I have noticed, because I've been dabbling in other milk, I've been making drinks with oat milk and with coconut milk and things like that. I do think that the type of milk that you use does change the taste of your drink. There are some milks that just work better with the flavors of the drink that you are making. I have loved the regular milk in this drink. I haven't tried it with oat milk or coconut milk or anything like that. If you're somebody that enjoys oat milk more than regular milk, you can try this drink with oat milk. When I have different milks on hand, I do like to try certain drinks that I am making with different milks just to see what I prefer the most. We are now going to take this regular milk. This is a third of it. We're gonna put 1 cup into this drink. Okay, we have our syrups and our sauces, we have our milk, and now we're simply just going to add the espresso. This drink doesn't have to be like layered in any special way, so I don't mind if the espresso mixes with the milk. For something like a pink velvet macchiato, I would want to be very careful with how I am pouring the milk so that it layers nicely and the colors stay nice. Go check out that video if you haven't, because honestly, I think that is my favorite coffee at home video, besides like the Wicked one. But there's also the fall one, and there's also the Christmas time one. So actually just go check them all out. I will have a playlist of all of my coffee videos at the end of this video. I will link it down below. Also, side note before I forget, comment down below some coffee suggestions, maybe some creators that have made their own little coffee recipes that you want me to try. Send them to me on Instagram or on TikTok. I'm always looking for new coffee to add to my little menu. This is a Christmas one. I like to put little specialty drinks on my menu, so this is my Christmas menu. It had the gingerbread chai, the peppermint mocha, and then the cookie butter cold brew. I just think it would be so cute to have a little menu for every season, because then if my friends or my family come over and they want a fun little drink, here is what they can pick from. As of right now, the only St. Patrick's Day themed drink I have is this Lucky Charms latte. So I am just going to take my espresso. I'm just gonna pour it right in. Set it off to the side over here. It's time to make the cold foam. So the cold foam recipe that I'm going to be using is the same cold foam recipe that I use in pretty much all of my videos. It is 2 tablespoons of milk, 2 tablespoons of whipping cream, and then 1 tablespoon of your flavoring. So in a standard sweet cream cold foam, I would do 1 tablespoon of vanilla syrup. If I'm making a pumpkin cold foam, I would do 1 tablespoon of pumpkin. For this one, we're going to be making a toasted marshmallow syrup. We are going to take our tablespoon again. I rinsed it off so there's nothing on it. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of milk. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of whipping cream. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that came out way faster than I thought it was going to. Finally, we're going to top it off with a single tablespoon of toasted marshmallow. Before I mix up my cold foam, I like to make sure that I have everything ready and prepared. For every coffee video that I make, I do make a TikTok to go along with it. And sometimes when I am making the TikToks, it takes like a long time for me to do something, whether it is trying to figure out a transition or setting things up, making sure everything looks good. So when my cold foam sits for quite some time, it does tend to like deflate. So what I've been doing lately is not mixing my cold foam until I am completely ready to assemble. Before I mix this cold foam, I do want to grab the toppings that we're gonna put on this drink. And that topping is dehydrated marshmallows. Got them off of Amazon. They are not like really Lucky Charms. I know that Lucky Charms, which I wish I had seen this before I made this video, but I know that Lucky Charms released a bag of just marshmallows for St. Patrick's Day. So I suggest getting that if you are going to making this drink. However, when those don't exist anymore, because I doubt that they're gonna keep them out forever, you can just use these. They're not exactly like Lucky Charms. As you can see, they have like really no shape to them at all, but they taste the same and they get the job done. I'm just gonna like measure some out. The serving size of these is 2 tablespoons, but I have noticed that that's quite a lot to fit on this drink. So I usually just stick to like 1 tablespoon. So we have our little marshmallows ready to go, and we have our drink ready to go. So we're gonna mix this up with my milk frother. I usually just like count to 8 and then it's done. I don't like to overmix it. If you overmix it, it becomes too foamy, so I don't want to mix it for too long. You can kind of just eyeball it, and once it kind of double in size and you can tell that it's more foamy, then you're good. We're just gonna mix it. I would say that's about good. We're just gonna top our drink with it. Maybe I should have mixed it for a little longer, but that's okay. We're gonna top it. Okay, and there we have it. The Lucky Charms Latte. This, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Look at how good it looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, we gotta get the green straw in there. Shut up. Like I explained in the beginning, I've had this quite a few times because I wanted to try it. A lot of the drinks that I usually will make on this channel, I don't try beforehand, but this was one that I was just too curious about. I had to try it beforehand. The only bad thing about this drink is that these little marshmallows, they don't go through the straw. So you're gonna kind of have to pick them out as you drink it, but that's okay. I honestly don't have a problem with that. You just like pick it out with your straw. Let's try it. Give it a little mix. Make sure that you mix up all the syrup and the sauce at the bottom because you want that mixed in. Oh my gosh, yes, it's so good. It's just so good. Like, this would literally be perfect if you are somebody who like hosts people at your house, has little like brunches and stuff. This is a perfect little specialty drink. I actually went to brunch last weekend for my sister's birthday and they did have a Lucky Charms latte on the menu. Of course I had to try it. They also did have the exact same marshmallows as me. So all of the trendy brunch places are doing it. So I suggest you do it too. Like the taste of the toasted marshmallow in there, so good.
So another thing that you can do for some added holiday spirit is swap out your espresso for some matcha powder. On the morning of St. Patrick's Day, I actually ended up wanting to make myself a matcha latte because St. Patrick's Day, matcha is green, and I figured I would try to make myself a Lucky Charms matcha latte. You're basically going to prepare everything the exact same way, and instead of topping your drink with espresso, you're gonna top it with some matcha powder. And it was amazing. I can't believe that I hadn't done this before, and I don't think I will ever go back. It was absolutely incredible. I am obsessed with this recipe.
And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you are interested in seeing more content like this. Like I said before, I do have a few other coffee at home videos if you are interested in seeing those. I will link them down below. There will be a playlist pop up somewhere on the screen at the end of this video. You can go check those out. Also, be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I do always post a short form version of each drink if you're interested in seeing that. If you guys have any suggestions of coffee recipes that you would like me to try at home, let me know. If there are any drinks like at Starbucks or at Dunkin' that you want me to try to recreate so that you can make it at home instead of going to Starbucks or Dunkin' to buy it, let me know. I always love like figuring out how to make things at home because it just, I don't know, I think I prefer making my coffee at home. I feel like I have way more freedom. I feel like I know exactly what's going into the drinks. I can make it as sweet or as not sweet as I want and like not feel bad for inconveniencing the baristas that work at Starbucks. I would say this is a huge success. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and I will see you next time with another video. Bye bye.